Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the PivotBoss pre-market video for Tuesday, March 7th, 2023. I am Frank Ochoa, aka PivotBoss. Happy Tuesday, everyone. Here's a look at the daily time frame of the ES. Right now, super narrow overnight range heading into the RTH Open, just 22% of average range. And this is because the market is in wait-and-see mode as Fed Chair Powell testifies at 9 a.m. Central today, and also 9 a.m. Central Wednesday morning. So two back-to-back days ahead of Beige Book on Wednesday afternoon. We could be looking at a two-day narrow range heading into the rest of the session here, with some headline risk perhaps coming out of Fed Chair Powell. Again, once the two-day talk is over, we could be looking at quite a bit of action away from this zone here. We could be looking at either a drop away from prior support here back to new lows and finishing off the round trip move into the previous year's close by the end of the quarter, or if price can get through that over the hump here, it opens up 4,200 up above. So big time level here, and again, previous month's midpoint is going to be very important from that perspective. If we take a look here at the NQ, again, very narrow price action here, 29% of average range inside day so far. This one also turned down off the previous month's midpoint as well. You also have, it's a little bit higher than the prior breakdown point here, but again, it's right in the area of the previous quarter's high, which again, if there's a reaction here, we could be looking at a continuation back down toward the prior closes. So very range-bound price action right now. That's likely to persist here throughout much of the day here as the market awaits Fed Chair Powell over the next couple of days. If we take a look here at crude oil, this one's down about 0.9%. This one finally got up toward 80.50. 80.50 was the target that we had a little bit earlier here when price was coiling up right here. We mentioned it looked very similar to this action, and if we can get a breakout here very similar to here, we could be looking at a push back to 80.5. We got that move. It took a little while here, but that move finally transpired. It needed a nice failed new low on Friday and a continuation back up. Got it here, and again, this is the top end of the range the market has been offered at prices above the previous year's close so far, and so far that continues to be the case here at the moment. So if we fail to close above the previous session's midpoint, so if we close below it, that could be an indication we're headed back down within this developing range here up ahead. Taking a look at gold futures, this one's down 0.8% right now. Very good bounce here recently. Look at this sell signal developing here after the previous session's inside day development here. This is a bearish Pima crossover signal here, and for the most part it has developed in a down move, and that's when that signal is going to fire. So only sell signals develop in downward trending markets, only buy signals develop in the uptrending markets, at least for that specific signal here. So that would be an indication here that we could be looking at another round of weakness up ahead. Obviously, you don't want to judge a signal too early in the day because the day needs to continue to play out. But if that's still there by the end of the session, we could be looking at further weakness up ahead. 1830 continues to be the big level here. That's the previous year's close price, big level here that the bulls and bears continue to fight over. All right, let's take a look here at the YM. You'll notice here the YM bounced off that 32.6 level and rallied to within striking distance of 33.6. So already a good 1,000 point push higher back to the previous session's midpoint, or previous month's midpoint. That's also the breakdown point last month. It's a big time retest zone. Do we drop back down and trade in the lower half, or does this market make its move and trade back in the upper half? It already traded in the upper half of that range for multiple weeks earlier this year. We could be looking at this thing turning right back down and trading in the lower half if price cannot get above 33.6 here pretty soon. All right, that is it for now. We'll see how this plays out heading into the rest of the session. Good luck, trade well, and I'll see you in the trading room. Take care.